Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hardway wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hardway wrestling taken by surprise. Hardway wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down the gauntlet, making them mark. Hardway wrestling straight from the heart.
Welcome to Hardway Wrestling. We are back. It's Free for All Friday. And it's not just Free for All Friday. It is the Hardway Wrestling Awards Show. Boys!
Damn, and I didn't even dress up.
Yeah, well, right? I mean, you look better than you did for the Christmas show, if that means anything.
I like consistency.
If anybody gave zero fucks on this podcast or this video, it is you. It is absolutely you.
I told you, I'm a model of consistency.
You are. Hair's always cut, beard's always trimmed. Always got a Hardway shirt on or some sort of Green Bay Packers gear. Can always count on that. Scotty, you can always count on him either wearing, his beanie, right? It's wintertime. We haven't seen that beanie yet. Did you lose the beanie?
No, I still got the beanie. It's warm. It's warm in my house right now. Why would I wear the beanie when it's warm?
Must got a load of propane.
Yep, got a load of
propane.
That was some propane. And you can count on Scotty either having his beanie or his hair's fuzzy and his man meat. His chesticles are hanging out. Oh,
hey, don't get them excited.
Jesus, you're gonna get us kicked off of TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, welcome TikTok to Hardway Wrestling. I believe we tried this before, but the program that we use, OBS, is now on TikTok. So now we are live. I think we're live at TikTok. I'm going to check here.
What's a TikTok?
What's a TikTok? Well, it's actually a government. It's a government thing that's probably going to be gone here soon. So
it's the Chinese sting operation.
It doesn't look like we're live on TikTok. Great. Well, I tried like hell, so it doesn't look like we're live on TikTok, but that's okay. That's okay.
TikTok is just a Chinese sting operation. Hey, baby.
Sting is in like coming from the rafters sting? Is that the kind of...
Well, no, it's old 80s surfer sting.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's my favorite. That's my favorite thing. Let me see if I can... Let's just take a look here real quick. Anyway, welcome to Hardway Wrestling. For some reason, we got locked out of a stream here. Are we live anywhere?
We're live on...
Are we live?
We're on Facebook.
Just on Facebook?
Hold on. Says we are live. We are live here on YouTube as well.
Yeah,
really?
you must have got all the Christmas blow in your system.
I'm still high from our Christmas show. Yeah, for some reason I'm not seeing that we're live on YouTube either.
We are.
Oh, we are. I just looked at it.
Okay. All right. Well, good enough. Good enough. I don't know what's going on here with you are on YouTube. Okay, Randy's in the house. What's up, Kyle Martin? What's up, buddy? What's going on? Yeah, not sure what happened with the old TikTok. I'm logging back into Streamio here, so we'll see.
It's the Chinese government just shutting us out. They don't want anything pro wrestling in China right now.
Oh, it says we have an error. Please try again later. Well, ain't that some horse shit? We just clicked it back on. Oh no, there's an account. Oh, there's an error. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, doesn't matter. It is our end of the year show. We're gonna go over a lot of stuff here. We're gonna go over stuff from the year. We're gonna go over our awards. We got all kinds of stuff here. We're gonna go over here. So, gentlemen, what a year in wrestling, 2024. Is there anything that you guys that's really stood out to you, Ricky, from this year that's that you thought was pretty awesome?
Obviously the big highlight was Cody finishing his story
Finish his story. Cody finally finished his story.
And we got through a whole year of CM Punk without him getting hurt.
Is that true?
Well, once he came back.
Yeah, because I don't think he came back. Like, did
Was
he
it?
get hurt in the Rumble?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. That was the beginning of the year.
Yeah, he got hurt in the Rumble and he came back in like June.
All right, never mind that.
Yeah.
He back in November at Survivor Series. Come on, you got to remember this.
Okay. He came back from an injury and didn't immediately get hurt again. I think we put the over-under on, what was it, like 3 months maybe?
He's
6
done it though.
months?
He stayed healthy and he's been in like some high profile stuff. You know, he had that Drew McIntyre
The
feud
Hell in
that
a
was
Cell match.
pretty rough. Actually, he got hurt during that Drew McIntyre thing. Didn't he get hurt and he was off for a while? That's why they extended it.
No, like he got hurt. I think after the Hell in the Hell in the Cell match, it wasn't serious, but that's why he was off television for
Few weeks.
No, it was like 2 months, like a month and a half.
Yeah, I want to say he was hurt there during that thing. So,
but
we had Vince McMahon, the scandal, the shitting on the head of intern scandal.
Hold on, going back to the Punk thing, how was he involved in a War Games match where 3 people got injured and he was not one of them?
Because he didn't jump off the top of a fucking cage.
That's true. And
he
his
didn't
name's
let
not
anybody hit
Tongaloa.
him with a toolbox.
And his name's not Tongaloa.
Yeah, so.
I meant to call Rob that during the Hardway video.
Rob
The 12 Hardways, yeah. When he disappeared, like it was like he missed his spot.
Yeah, he ran to the corner and ended up through the second rope. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see if we can. So we got Cody finally finished his story. Let's look at notable. Let's look at some title changes. We'll do some AEW title changes first. I know you, Scotty. I know you love.
I rolled his eye.
April 21st, Swerve. Oh, wait a minute. Why are we so far back? Oh yeah. April 21st, Swerve Strickland won. I guess he won he beat Samoa Joe at Dynasty for the World Championship. Then lost it to Brian Danielson, whatever his name is. August 25th at All In, title versus career. October 12th, Moxley ends up taking off of Danielson with a trash bag or a plastic bag to the head. I always like that.
Next up is Pockets.
Yeah. August 25th, Mariah May beats Toni Storm at All In.
Timeless Toni Storm.
Timeless Toni Storm. Not that weirdo that's out right now. Timeless.
Yeah, now she went back to her OG Toni Storm.
Orange Cassidy, incoming champion. Orange Cassidy lost to Roderick Strong at Revolution. Will Ospreay, this is the international championship. Will Ospreay beat Roderick Strong at Double or Nothing. MJF unofficially rebranded the American Championship as he won the international championship. That was a great title. I actually like that title.
I like it better than our current U.S. title.
The IHOP title, yeah. Ospreay ends up winning it
You
back.
do realize if you're going over AEW titles and title changes, I got to go to work at 9:00.
Yeah. So, well, we're gonna it'll be after this one. It'll be quick because WWE doesn't do what they do, and then Takeshita ends up taking it off of Will Ospreay. Continental Championship, Kaluchika Okada won it on March 20th, and it still holds it.
Bitch.
What is
Kaluchika?
Bitch.
Because that's right. Kaluchika. He's a defenseman for the Capitals, I think. He won it on March 20th. AEW TNT Championship. Now, this is the flipping flop title. Christian Cage lost to Adam Copeland. I believe that was a baseball bat to the balls, right? Was that
that was Spike.
Then it was vacated because Adam Copeland decided he was going to jump off of a cage.
It doesn't work if you're 400 pounds and big, or it doesn't work if you're 50 years old.
That's correct. Correct. Then Jack Perry ends up winning it. or they handed it to Jack Perry, basically. Daniel Garcia ends up taking that title at Full Gear from Jack Perry. TBS Championship for the women, Willow Nightingale beats Julia Hart. Mercedes Monet, Ricky's buddy, beats Willow, and she is holding it now. Tag Team Championship, February 7th, Sting and Darby beat Ricky Starks and Big Bill for the titles. They were vacated because Sting retired. The Young Bucks ended up winning those titles in April at Dynasty. October 30th, Private Party ends up beating at Fright Night on a regular TV show. Ends up beating the Young Bucks. So Trios Championship. I'm not even gonna go through Trios Championship because
They still exist.
they still exist. They still
Jesus.
exist.
They still exist.
That's the only reason they're keeping Dustin Rhodes around.
They still exist, and now they're also combined with the ROH Trios titles. So
Are they really? I thought they re-separated them again.
No, I think they're.
Speaking
They
of
might
ROH,
re-separate them tonight because tonight is final
battle. Yep.
Final battle. You all right, Scotty?
oh yeah, no.
Damn, Scotty, about to put you on your ass on that one. All right. World Heavyweight Championship. Incoming champion Seth Franklin Rollins. April 7th, Drew McIntyre beats Seth Rollins for the title. And 8 minutes later, Damian Priest cashes in the Money in the Bank and takes the title off with a little help from CM Punk.
Punk.
That's right. And then August 30th, a couple months later, Gunther takes the title off of Damian Priest. Gunther is still current champion as of now. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Roman Reigns. How long was Roman's? It was
1,316 days, I believe.
long.
Or something like that.
Was he the third longest?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
Or no, he didn't beat Hogan's record, I don't think.
No
No,
Hogan,
he
no
was short.
Backlund, and no
Bruno.
Bruno.
Yeah, he was
So
fourth.
he's
He's fourth.
Okay. So Cody finally finished his story at WrestleMania. Didn't do it the year before, but did it this year, and is still currently the champion right now. Rhea Ripley, incoming champion, injured. Vacated on April 15th.
Tax day.
Yep. To a shoulder. She had a shoulder injury. Becky Lynch wins it on Raw in a 14-woman battle royal. Now I feel like they have more women in the battle royal. Why don't they do 14? Don't know. Anyway, Becky Lynch loses the title to Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan at the Queen of the Ring, and Liv is our current champion. WWE Women's Champion Io Sky loses to Bayley at WrestleMania, and current champion and beating Bayley is Nia Jax, winning that at SummerSlam.
Scotty's favorite.
You have to pay for ROH to watch Jericho match, or is it free? It is free, and I will get ish. For $1 you can send to Ricky, and he will send you the link again. Actually, I need you to bump that link. I need it tonight too, because I'm gonna watch Matt Cardona beat Chris Jericho for the ROH Heavyweight Championship. I'm so pumped. I need Jericho.
Hopefully it's on that link.
What's that?
I said hopefully it'll be on that link.
Oh, that would suck if it's not. I've planned my whole week around it. So
It might be.
Intercontinental Championship. Incoming champion Gunther loses at WrestleMania to Sami Zayn. And then Sami loses to Braun Breaker at SummerSlam. Braun Breaker loses to Jey Uso on Raw. And then a month later, Braun Breaker beats Jey Uso to win it back. United States Championship. LA Knight. Logan Paul loses to LA Knight at SummerSlam. Current champion Shinsuke Nakamura takes it off of LA in 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes. It was not
It wasn't a long
match.
match.
Survivor Series. Women's Intercontinental Championship. It says to be determined who's going to win that. Who's going to win it?
Dakota Kai.
Think?
Well, who's in the final? You know who's in
They're
the
not
final?
at the finals
Yeah,
yet.
it won't be till Raw, right? Is it going to be on that Raw?
Yeah, the Netflix.
New on
thing.
January 6th.
Dakota Kai, I think, takes on Zoe Stark.
I think it's going to be Lyra Valkyria.
And then Lyra Valkyria takes on, I believe, Io Sky subs in for Kairi Sane. Spoiler alert. And she wins on that bracket.
Gotcha. United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green. Best time. Awesome win. Did you guys get a chance to watch that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We haven't talked about it. We haven't been on.
No, we did talk
Yeah,
about
we
it.
did.
Did we talk about it?
We
Yeah.
talked about the last episode.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's right. It was that. It was that Saturday night.
It was 12 Hardways.
Yeah.
Where you got coked up.
Yeah,
That's
see?
right. That's right. That's right.
Say no to drugs, kids.
Okay. Judgment Day, tag team champions. Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest lose to the Awesome Truth in a ladder match at WrestleMania. Judgment Day, Finn Balor, JD McDonough take it back off of our Awesome Truth. They were renamed the World Tag Team Championships, and now currently the War Raiders are the champions. SmackDown Tag Champions, Undisputed Tag Team Champions. A-Town Down Under. They won it at WrestleMania. DIY on July 5th. Won it on SmackDown. The Bloodline, Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, the Freebirds, the Bloodline Freebirds, won it on SmackDown. Motor City Machine Guns on their second match or their debut match.
Second.
What was it, second?
I feel like it was their.
It was their second.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, they won it off of Michael P.S. Hayes and Terry Bam Bam Gordy. And currently your champion as of December 6th, DIY.
Regeneration X.
Yeah, so that was a lot of I didn't realize it was as many title changes. I mean, we all know that it actually feels like AEW had less title changes.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. Like, as you're reading it, it's like, wait a minute, I thought they changed. Like, I thought those belts were like hot potatoes. They bounced to, one person, the next person, the next person.
I think that was the year before with Wardlow.
Yeah.
Wardlow and Samoa Joe.
They did love taking that thing off of Wardlow 1,000 times. So anyway, anything else notable you guys can remember from this year that stands out?
I mean, overall, like to me, I guess the biggest notable is the tale of two companies. Because I was thinking about it earlier, so we go into the end of last year. Punk had just returned November Survivor Series. December, again, and we're going to talk about our picks from last year. And I don't even remember what I picked, so who knows how accurate I was. But, we go into the beginning of 2024, and all of a sudden, you got the Vince scandal that starts off the year, and Punk gets injured in the Rumble. And but yet, as things kind of looked a little, what's going to happen going into WrestleMania, things, stories were looking up in WWE, but there was still a lot of craziness going on. But
a lot of uncertainty for sure.
Yeah, very much, a lot of uncertainty coming into things, even though they were on a meteoric rise story wise, and but yet.
If you remember 2023, Vince was out, right?
Yeah.
And then Vince came back.
Yep.
Right? Go check out the Hardways of Christmas.
Yeah.
First episode. First season. He was out and he came back and he was trying to, work this deal with, the Middle East and, he was working all these deals, and then they come up with this Netflix deal that was what? $5 billion with a $1 billion, which it just feels like they announced that yesterday. That was a year ago. That was over. Yeah, no, I guess it was a little over a year ago.
No, so it actually was early January.
Okay.
remember this is because they announced it in early January, and then the Vince thing came out in late January.
Yeah.
So literally, like right as the Netflix thing is being announced, the Vince lawsuit hits, and everyone and that's technically I think one of the reasons why they went to Vince and like, you're out of here, because Netflix wanted to pull the deal. If Vince was still there, and they're like, we're not losing out on $5 billion. Vince, get out. So, but yeah, but like WWE, going into Mania, meteoric rise, and again, while they've had not necessarily the best pay-per-views over the whole year, the story is what's kept that ride going. And then on the flip side, we've got more drama, more nightmares, more insanity, and more lower ratings on the AEW side, and no story whatsoever. So it's just like it's a tale of two companies, and it's really been interesting this last year just to see what's been going on, and the shift, because again, when Vince was there and AEW was doing good, I mean, and they were, I mean, I give them all the credit in the world. In the beginning, they were doing good because everybody hated Vince. Everyone wanted a different style of wrestling. And then
Do you think AEW has suffered since Paul Levesque took over?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
It's all in the writing. WWE has good writing. AEW does not.
Their stories make sense. And
Yeah.
and it's not like, I think WWE does a really good job now of keeping us in the dark on things. Like, we don't, like, everything before was very predictable, right? You knew if it was going, to the third match, this so and so was going to win the third match. Like, the face was always going to win the third match, right? It was a lot of predictability. But now there's zero predictability. I mean, some stuff you kind of see coming. Did we see Shinsuke winning that title?
No.
I picked him.
Well, yes, you picked it, but for the majority of the people did not pick LA Knight for losing that title, because everyone loves LA Knight. Right?
Yeah.
And that is something that Triple H does a really good job of, is flipping the the script real quick on somebody, right?
Yeah.
Keeping you on your toes, and that's something that WWE does so well. The Easter eggs, before, when they went to commercial or you had talking segments, you got up and went to the bathroom, or you got up and you got a sandwich or whatever. Now, you can't fast forward.
Yep.
You can't. You have to watch everything, because if you don't, somebody will say, well, did you see that blah, blah, blah was in the back of whatever? And you're like, no. Oh, well, I fast forwarded. Well, you did, dummy. Yeah.
See, it's funny. You can fast forward through the matches on Raw and SmackDown, but you can't fast forward through the talking segments, because the talking segments, again, whether it's something that somebody says in their promo that's a little Easter egg, and again, they're not trying to talk smart, but they just drop little things that are like kind of get you kind of guessing. Wait a minute, what are they? What are they hinting at here?
The wrestlers are doing it too. Did you see? And I've seen this for the last couple of days, and I didn't catch it in the moment, right? When Kevin Owens attacked Cody, right? At the end of Saturday Night's Main Event, and he picks him up and he puts him in that package power bomb, or package power driver. Drops him on his stack of dimes, right? Shout out Bobby Heenan. Drops him on his stack of dimes. Cody's laying on his back and he's holding his hand up like this. Then there is right. If you haven't seen this shit, I'll send you the link. So he's laying on his back. He's out. He's holding his hand up like this.
Okay.
There's a split screen of Penta doing his package power driver. Boom, Penta. Right. What's going on? Owen Hardy's in the house. Kevin Erickson. They went downhill after their last ocean cruise, moving to large arenas. Was like them losing a nut. It's true. So again, you have to pay attention to everything that's going on with WWE. Now, on the flip side, You could fast forward through if AEW is 2 hours, you could fast forward all the way to the end and not miss a thing because the stories are not great, right? They got a long way to go with their booking team. And supposedly, I was all week long I've been hearing about their booking team and they got a bunch of people on their booking team. Well, they're all terrible. They must all be god awful, or they're writing stories and they're being changed somehow.
Yeah.
You're correct. It is a tale of two companies. And again, it feels like we're always shitting on AEW, and at times we are. Scotty's 100% shitting on them all the time.
Yep.
Only because we want them to be better. And for a while there, for the first 2 years of the company, when WWE was not great, they were flying high. The stuff
They were a breath of fresh air.
If was it? Now I'm thinking back, was it a breath of fresh air? Or was it just
At the
something
time,
different?
it was.
Right? Were the stories any good?
Not really, but WWE's were so bad under Vince that you really didn't notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm looking forward to AEW moving forward. They're making some strides to be better. I saw the crowd in DC last night. Packed.
DC always shows out.
Yeah, and it's a good wrestling town. Packed house. Actually, some guys, some of our friends were on that show last night. Chris Slade. Van Williams was there last night, AEW. So anyway, not that it's going to be any booking if that idiot Vam is there because, whatever. But anyway, I feel like they're making some strides. They're moving to smaller venues, which I think is going to be, and the overall is going to be good for the aesthetic of it, how it looks, and that kind of stuff. That they don't have to black out, cut certain camera angles out because you can't show that side of the arena or whatever. So I think they are going to be making some big strides here. AEW got a TV deal themselves, doubled their TV deal from Time Warner. So again, AEW is going nowhere, but they still could be going nowhere. So we want them to, they're going to be around for a while. We just want them to be good. So anyway, good stuff. Good stuff. Not a bad year wrestling, right?
And they lost CM Punk. That's when it really started to circle the drain. Like as much as we would say Punk was a locker room cancer, like he was trying to right the ship, like it makes sense out of stuff. Like Tony's whole ranking system is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, we don't see much of that ranking system at all. So
right now, but it'll come back.
Yeah, it probably will.
It's silly. It's like you're playing a video game.
And again, it's that generation of wrestling fan too that grew up on the 2Ks and I grew up on pro wrestling, Starman, King Slender. That was my wrestling, right? I couldn't create a figure. Like I had to pick the dude that looked like Ric Flair. I couldn't create Ric Flair. Right? These guys create their own feds. They, their own outfits, their own, body styles. They create, and it's Tony Khan has come from that ilk, right? That is what he done. That is what he's doing. Now moving forward, once Triple H is out of there, who knows? Maybe we get the same sort of booking style, the same sort of thought about wrestling, but definitely different booking or different style than WWE. Tony didn't come up in the business.
Yeah.
Triple H came up in the business. Like they know the business in and out, right? It's not a dude that just, had watched it on TV and was a big fan.
Well, Tony came up in the football business. Tony came up in the football business, and the Jaguars still suck.
Well, I don't know that he came up in the football business either because they are god awful. Best team they've ever had, though, by the way. Which I don't know if that makes them look any better moving forward. So, anyway, let's get into our year in awards. Again, great year of wrestling. Looking forward to 2025 to see what happens. Definitely going to be more stuff with Vince McMahon. That's going to be ramping up here soon. Unless he gets pardoned. So, we'll see. Randy says pro wrestling was the shit. Best was the shit. Best NES game ever. One character was based on Flair, another was Hogan, and the other was Missing Link. Yeah, that's exactly right. I used to love Starman, but I would do that thing where you run the ropes and then you hit the B button twice and he would jump over the top rope. And if you missed, almost a guaranteed count out every time because you were knocking yourself out. Because people, if it was AEW guys go over the top rope, they tope, they're fine.
Yeah.
Not in pro wrestling. Not in a video game. Not in a video game. Anyway, we should get into that video game sometimes. I only owned a couple wrestling video games over the years. Never a lot. I did buy that shitbag AEW game.
I already uninstalled it from my Xbox hard drive.
Yeah. It had a bunch of. I just uninstalled Kenny Omega.
Very, very, very quickly. Like pro wrestling games, I grew up on WrestleMania. Well, okay, so it's a lot of the 64 era. So WCW, NWO Revenge, WrestleMania, No Mercy were the that era. But then the other wrestling game that I absolutely loved, you guys are gonna laugh when I tell you this, but Def Jam, the record label, came out with a thing called Def Jam Vendetta, where they had all the rappers doing the wrestling moves. So you had DMX, Redman, Method Man, Fat Joe, a whole bunch of these guys. And honestly, in my view, I have to say it's my three top favorites are going to always be No Mercy, 64, Def Jam Vendetta, GameCube, and then WWE All-Stars, which was on Xbox 360. But
Randy says he still has it.
What, Def Jam Vendetta?
I guess that's the one. Yeah.
We're not here to talk about video games.
We'll do that on our Patreon or whatever. We'll do that.
Yep.
By the way, get on our Patreon. If you're not in the fantasy league, actually we reboot. We got one more pay-per-view, which is next week. What is it next week?
World's End.
World's End.
The
AEW
28th.
World's End. We got one more pay-per-view, then it starts back over in January. If you're not in the fantasy league, you need to get in. It's $5 a month. You can't beat it. Randy, I know you're. Oh no, Randy's in.
Randy's in.
Actually, Randy's right behind me in the standings. Forgot about that. We need some more people in this league. We need 3 more people. 3 more people get us up to a nice little number there. So anyway, make sure you go.
Call that idiot Chucky and see if he gets back in.
Nah, he's dumb.
He knew how to cash in the money in the bank.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Somebody had to screw it up eventually. So thank God it was Scotty.
Hey, I screw everything up. So
Google Play.
All
right. Well, let's get into our year-end awards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories this year. I ain't gonna lie, the fans let us down. I don't like some of these some of the winners. I think they were wrong. But anyway, let's get into heel of the year category or people to category: Drew McIntyre, MJF, Brunson Reed, Christian Cage, John Moxley, Chris Jericho. Could argue for every try to get Darren in. He doesn't want to. No worries. Could argue for any one of these. Do you remember who you guys picked for heel of the year?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I can't remember if I took MJF or Drew.
All right.
I think Drew, if I remember right.
Well, I took Drew because Drew and Punk were the best story, I believe.
Yeah.
After Cody's finished his story, no one gave a shit about Homelander anymore. So, I thought that Drew and Punk was some of the best wrestling, best story that AEW.
Her promos they did were outstanding.
The and it was all over a fucking bracelet.
Yeah.
A bracelet. They turned that bracelet. You'd have thought that bracelet was the world heavyweight title.
I mean, it was pretty much.
It pretty much was, and ended up some swallowed some beads. End up on a thumbtack, back body drop on metal stairs. Like it was legit good story of mine. But Drew McIntyre did not win. It was MJF. MJF got heel of the year, and I don't agree because MJF was missing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that whole storyline with Adam Cole,
It was confusing as hell.
yeah, very confusing. But so, heel of the year.
Christian Cage also could have been runner up there. I mean,
If we're talking AEW heel of the year, we're talking
Yeah,
Christian Cage.
Christian, yeah,
Anytime that you attack someone's dead father, you
Yeah.
can't beat it. You can't
Yeah.
beat it. There's a lot of deadbeats or dead fathers in AEW, which explains a lot of the stuff that goes on there. So not a lot of love.
Chad Connor's father. So.
MJF. We even it would have been funny after Tony got Melcher Driver that the Christian came out to console his father. So anyway, congratulations.
It'd be even better if he tells Tony that once his dad's dead and gone, the Jaguars will be relevant for once.
No, most likely.
Actually, what would have been even funnier is if Christian came out and recruited Tony to be another son, to be one of Christian.
All right, guys, listen. Let's not shit on Shad too much because we might lose some bookings.
Yeah.
Might lose some bookings. So, best AEW men's wrestler of the year: John Moxley, Will Ospreay, Christian Cage, Darby Allin, Swerve, Strickland. I actually thought Swerve had a great year for AEW.
Yeah,
he won the world title. Everybody was super excited about him. Again, you could argue for any of these guys. Darby Allin always at the top of the list,
or Mount Everest,
or top of a ladder, for sure,
or the front of a bus.
Yeah.
When Darby looked like every other AEW wrestler, doing stupid shit. But towards the end of last year, actually with the whole run with Sting, and even the rest of this year, I think Darby is really coming to his own. So
yeah.
Anyway, winner of AEW Best Wrestler of the Year, Will Ospreay, bruv. Wrestler of the Year. So 0 titles for him right this second. So we're gonna see if he captures.
Yeah, he had the Continental.
Right now.
Oh,
he did have the International Breakfast title. So anyway, AEW Men's Wrestler of the Year. Let's get into the AEW Female Wrestler of the Year. In the category, Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné, Mariah May, Julia Hart. I ain't gonna lie. The only one I don't really care about is Mercedes Moné, but we all hate her, right?
Yeah.
Terrible.
One reason and one reason only.
She's terrible.
She plays her part well.
Yeah. No,
she
doesn't.
She is, but she's not a very good one.
Yeah.
Her matches, her matches, and her. Her match at what was the last pay-per-view was probably her best one I've seen in quite some time.
But that was due to
Statlander.
Yeah.
Her promos suck. They're terrible. Like, you talk about a bathroom break time. Yeah.
Tell me how you really feel.
The drizzling shits. Ryan Hardy with Bianca Belair. That's how I feel with her, with Mercedes Moné.
All right. Well, our AEW Female Wrestler of the Year, Timeless Toni Storm.
And that's the only answer.
That is really the only answer. Toni Storm, hell of a year. I don't even know what to say about her. This whole thing this year was unbelievable. I give it to AEW. They shot her every time they could in black and white. I thought that was a great added touch to this whole thing. Juice Robinson is a lucky man.
That's why his forehead's flat.
That's why his forehead's flat. So
congratulations.
Toni Storm. That's right. Toni Storm. Tits up.
That and the clip. Teddy slap.
Titty slap. Congratulations, AEW Wrestler of the Year, Toni Storm. Women's Wrestler of the Year, Toni Storm. Let's get on to the one that Scotty's into. WWE Female Wrestler of the Year, Bayley, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. Scotty, tell us why you picked Nia Jax.
I didn't. I picked Rhea Ripley because even with injury, she still comes out and does some of the best work. Can cut a promo. Can just all I can say, mommy.
Rhea and Liv are 1A and 1B in my opinion.
I mean, Liv's okay. Like she's better at the part that she's playing now because she's good as this little chicken shit heel. I wouldn't say her wrestling is outstanding, but for what she's doing,
That
and
Oblivion move is pretty
I
fucking
like it.
rad.
Yeah.
yeah,
I like it.
And
So-
right now, no one's kicking out of the Oblivion. Can't say that about a lot of wrestling finishing moves anymore. So,
That's finish.
winner of the WWE Female Wrestler of the Year for Hardway Wrestling, Rhea Ripley. Overwhelming. Almost 70% of the votes went to
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley. So,
I mean, and again, why not? Like
Yeah.
she's amazing.
she was good all year long. She was good the stuff with Dom. If anything, she elevated Dom to a different level.
Yeah.
I actually think they've elevated each other, but she elevated Dom to a different level. And now her being, I think I don't know if she'll ever be a heel, a true heel. Like she is to me, Rhea's that Undertaker type
Yeah.
of heel where you can't hate her. You can love her more than you can hate her. She's a heel. She's a face. Doesn't matter. Always going to be rooted for. Moment of the year for me for Rhea Ripley is where she hiked up her gear up her ass crack and
Gave Nia the
and
stink
gave Nia
face.
the stink face. So
Yeah.
And then Shayna Baszler was in the other corner begging for one.
right. So that's good shit. Good shit. Congratulations, Rhea. I'll be contacting you soon with your award. Best WWE male wrestler 2024. This is a loaded category. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody, Drew McIntyre, and Gunther. Scott, do you remember who you picked her?
And this is one that was a tough one for me to pick because in my view, like four out of the five guys really, in my view, had everything that it took. But I took my boy. I took Punk. So
I thought you were going to say Gunther.
see, that's the thing. Like again, it was so hard for me to pick because it is a loaded category. Punk, Drew, Gunther, like. Three guys who, I mean, Drew, for example, it was one of those guys that I couldn't stand like a year or so ago because he just wasn't doing anything. Like his promos were shit. He just really wasn't on my radar. Like
They let him off the leash.
Yeah.
let him off the leash. He opened up and like we've been saying, this whole Punk and Drew situation was phenomenal this year. The promos they got just all over a freaking bracelet. So
I'm gonna tell you, and this is where you give props to Triple H. When they brought these guys in, I want to say that that Drew was in Revolver, and Kevin Owens ROH. Like these guys, Sammy, they all have a certain personality, and when they came to WWE, that personality was locked down. Right, you had to be a certain way. Sammy had to be Castro, and Kevin Owens had to be a prize fighter, and Drew had to be just the next big thing. What is it? Yeah, he had to be. Well, I mean, he's Scottish. He didn't have to be.
But
Born that way.
that's literally what they just typecast and put him in the kilt, give him the sword,
Give him a bagpipe, let him fucking go. So, but Triple H has let these guys off the chain. Go be who we originally saw you as. Bring that guy in here. Some of you guys remade yourself on the indies. Drew McIntyre remade himself on the indies. Give me that guy. And that's what he did. So, yeah, not a bad pick there. Scott, Ricky, you remember who you picked there?
I want to say I took either Cody or Drew.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Again, Roman Reigns, hell of a run with the championship. Great story. Ended well. Cody finished his story, ended well. CM Punk. this is the only guy that I wouldn't put in as wrestler of the year. He had a great feud with Drew, but everything is going to be like he's going to be limited. He's an older wrestler. He's going to be limited on what he can do. Drew McIntyre, great year for Drew. Gunther, Intercontinental Champion for 666 days. World Champion right now. NXT
King of the Ring.
King of the Ring. Yes, absolutely. King of the Ring. King of Iraq or whatever King of Middle East. All these guys, but overwhelming winner. He finished the story. Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
Please picture up. There it is. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Gotta get it there. Feud of the year. I did this category and put it out there. Didn't really did some research. These were all the feuds I remember. The Punk Drew feud, MJF Adam Cole, which went over like a fart in church. Christian and Adam Copeland, Cody and Roman and Damian and Gunther. Did you guys get a chance to vote on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything in particular here? Was there another feud that I missed here?
No, I mean, I think you hit them all. The ones that I can remember, there really wasn't anything.
Tony Khan and the ratings.
It's always a battle. It's always a battle. He's always a battle. So, overwhelming winner in this one, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Again, this thing, there was an injury in the middle of this, which even with the injury to CM Punk in the middle of this, they kept it interesting.
Yeah.
They kept it going with promos and
special guest referee.
Yes. I mean, it was
Punk. The Money in the Bank cash in.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Punk stole the referee shirt?
Yeah,
and
that was
Drew was getting ready to win
Clash Castle.
Win that title again, and it was 1, 2, and they had a back camera view, and his hand was held up, and then they switched, and they turned around, it was CM Punk, and Drew wanted to lose his fucking mind. There was another special guest referee match
with
Seth
where
Rollins.
he was Rollins and Drew. Yep.
So anyway, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, feud of the year. Congratulations to those guys. I'll be in contact with your awards. So all right. Predictions. We did predictions. We always do predictions. This 2 years in a row of predictions, and we're going to do them again at the beginning of the next year. But these were our predictions for 2024 predictions for the WWE World Heavyweight title. Scotty, you picked Drew McIntyre. You almost got it. You were there for a second. Team Scotty. Team Scott.
Cup of coffee, he held it. So
for about 30 seconds.
We were there.
Ricky, we were there. Ricky, you picked CM Punk. I picked Randy Orton. Universal title, clean sweep, Cody Rhodes. We all knew that it was going to be finished this year. So
God, they dropped the Universal out of that.
SmackDown Tag Team Champions. You both picked AOP. I picked Pretty Deadly.
Well, yeah, we sucked on that one.
Raw Tag Team Championships. You both picked AOP. They were just going to hold every belt.
Well, no, remember they were unified at one point in Judgment Day.
Oh, yeah. And I picked DIY.
Yeah.
So end of year with DIY. U.S. title. You picked Ricky. You picked Santos. Scotty and I both picked Logan Paul for the U.S. title. We were there.
Well, and
right?
see,
I think he was already holding the belt at the time.
Yeah, we thought he was going to hold it for like a whole freaking year before he dropped it. So yeah.
Intercontinental Champion. I picked Gunther. Ricky, you picked Jay Uso.
Yeet.
And Scotty picked Ilya Dragunov.
You took the wrong boy.
Women's U.S. title. I'm sorry, women's
Oh, up
tag
there.
title. Women's tag title. Boy, we'd have been smart as fuck if we'd have guessed the U.S. title. Women's WrestleMania.
Huh?
Damn it. Oh, yeah. This idiot chat. Okay. Women's tag titles. Kabuki Warriors. Scotty picked the Kabuki Warriors. I spelled Kabuki wrong.
You spell everything wrong.
I really do. If you could see this where I put dragon off with a gap in between. And then I spelled it right. I may be right. I don't know. I spell phonetically. Kiss my ass. Anyway, yeet. Scotty picked Kabuki Warriors. Good move by you, Ricky, by picking the titles to being vacant. That was a good move.
I thought I said Jade and Bianca.
There was a lot of vacant title stuff going on with the women's tag. I picked Jade and Bianca.
I think I did that just to be a smart ass too.
That's right. So I picked Jade and Bianca. Women's Raw champion. I picked Bailey, and you both picked Rhea, and I spelled Rhea both times wrong.
Jeez.
How you spell Rhea? R-H-E-A, right?
R-H-E-A, yes.
Yeah. So for Ricky, I went R-H-E-A. And then for Scotty, I put R-H-I-E-A.
It's like a diarrhea.
Yeah. Jonathan Cross, 2025 Manager of the Year. He's always Manager of the Year. Spell neighborhood. N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R-H-O-O-D. It's hard not to spell it when you spell it on the screen and tell me to spell it. Unless it's wrong, then I'm fucked. Anyway, SmackDown Women's Champion. Scotty and Ricky both picked Bailey, and I picked Sasha Banks. I don't know. I think she was not at the beginning of the year. She wasn't with anybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And she was coming back. They thought she was coming back, and then she signed that big deal. So, wild predictions. Vince McMahon will be completely out of the company.
Yep.
Right?
No, got that right.
They will have a Forbidden Door pay-per-view with TNA.
The WWE?
It says there will be a Forbidden Door with pay-per-view with TNA. So I would almost say, yeah, that's a good one because
NXT and TNA.
Yeah, and we had what's her name show up in a Rumble. We had Mickie James show up in a Rumble.
Grace. Yep.
Yeah, Jordan
Both
Grace.
of them had the Knockouts title at the time too. That they put up.
Yes.
And here's the other, Jordan Grace. Like a lot of TNA contracts are coming up, and certain people that WWE is interested in might just be able to pick them up. So we've got that whole thing of, the crossover with TNA helping WWE out right now. So
Speedball Bailey, NXT, here I come. Last wild prediction. Ryback will return to WWE to face
What
CM.
retard put that on there?
that was probably me being an idiot. I'll bet you anything that was me.
All right, we're gonna finish up here. Yeah, that was our prediction. We're gonna do it at the beginning of next year. So anyway,
I'm gonna go right on the limb and just give you one of mine right now since we just brought her up. Jordan Grace will be the WWE Women's Champion.
oh wow, you're wrong, but okay,
Am I?
we'll find out.
65 days.
All right, rapid fire question. We're going to end with rapid fire questions. I came up with some questions for the boys. We're going to do this as a new segment next year. I'll come up with a hashtag. We'll do a hashtag, and you must, or we'll put it on Facebook or whatever, or YouTube or whatever, and you guys can fill out, give the questions, and we'll do rapid fire questions every Free for All Friday or so, depending on how many we get. So, rapid questions, boys. You ready? We'll start with Ricky. What got you into wrestling?
Family. My
You're an Uso?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an honorary USO.
You're-
No, my dad had always been big in wrestling, and my pappy, he was when he was living, so just came down the family line.
Okay. Scotty?
Just was watching it on television. I picked up like some of the syndicated stuff on from WWE, and it just got me hooked. I love watching guys like Jake the Snake and Million Dollar Man, and like there was a newscaster here in the DC area that also got some of like the main events and stuff like that. Like if I remember right, he got Taker and Hogan the Tuesday in Texas rematch, and then Slaughter and Hogan at WrestleMania on the local news channel, Channel 4, a guy named George Michael, who is a big pro wrestling guy. So a little bit of everything kind of got me into it, plus also G.I. Joe because of seeing Sergeant Slaughter on G.I. Joe and then seeing Sergeant Slaughter WWE. But yeah, it was a little bit of everything, but mostly just because I caught it on television and I loved it.
Family, same thing with me. Family. My grandmother loved wrestling. Actually, a lot of both my grandmothers, my great grandmother and then her daughter, my other grandmother, big wrestling fans. I remember. I've told this story before, but I remember sitting on the couch and my grandmother was sitting in her chair watching Hulk Hogan and Iron Sheik and Hogan winning that title. And as they thought Sheik was going to win, my grandmother's beating the arms of the chair like she is yelling. I've never heard my grandmother yell so much. So
Very quick, I wish I had
Austin Blackthorn, hey, Austin Blackthorn, man, I miss that guy. Get him back. Get him back.
Yeah, we don't need him.
We need a pretty face. We need a pretty face. We just do. And he's pretty.
Keep your shirt on there, Blackthorn.
So,
Keep
okay.
your shirt on.
Second question. Who is your all-time favorite wrestler, Scotty? Go.
Taker.
Taker. Okay. Ricky.
God damn it.
Why Taker?
I've loved the gimmick. Like, it was one of those things that I just, like, no matter which form he was in.
Can you roll your eye back?
No.
Just
I would, but no, like whatever form he was in, whether it was the mid '90s with the purple gloves or the late '90s and the more gothic stuff, and then the ministry stuff, and I even again people shit on this version of the Taker, but I loved the American Badass. I loved Dead Man Inc. I thought it was such a cool gimmick. It was an interesting way to bring Taker into kind of the modern era and make him look, and when he's cutting promos like he's this biker, biker thug. I thought it was awesome. And then even when they had him, the reborn Taker at WrestleMania 20 against Kane and all that stuff. Oh my, like Taker's just iconic.
Oh, Austin Blackthorn says Taker is not top 5. Woo-hoo!
He's right.
I agree. He's probably. All right, we'll have to do that another time. We're not going to get into a top 5 list here, but
Give me,
go ahead, Ricky.
Triple H was probably my all-time favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought for sure you would have said Macho.
Love Macho Man, but
Yeah.
like as the years went by and just watching newer styles and gimmicks, like Triple H always became one of my favorites. Just being one of the most hated heels through like the Ruthless Aggression era, the late Attitude era. That stuff was just one of the reasons I stayed watching wrestling.
Well, I started out, Hogan was my guy. I loved Hogan. Wanted to say my prayers and eat my vitamins, mostly because I was chubby and I love those Flintstone vitamins. They taste so good. But anyway, then I moved on. I became more of a heel in real life. And Ric Flair. I love the Horsemen. I loved all the Horsemen. Was a big horse. Dude, there wasn't a day that I wasn't on the playground putting a figure 4 on somebody and then throwing the 4s up after the teacher had to take them off crying. So
Bret Hart as well for me.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one, Bret Hart.
Because I put a lot of friends in sharpshooters.
Yeah, Ricky.
I still put my kid in sharpshooter.
Kevin Eric says Tajiri. Tajiri's his favorite. So, Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Absolutely. Die Hard is. Lethal Weapon is.
Gremlins. What about Gremlins? Is Gremlins is
There's Christmas trees up. There's Christmas music in it. It is during Christmas time. It is a damn Christmas movie.
Jesus. I didn't know how to think. I don't know how to think about that. I don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Hey, you bite your tongue.
Like
It's not Christmas time.
It's set at Christmas time, but it's not a Christmas movie. It doesn't have anything to do with like Christmas. Like it doesn't have anything to do with giving gifts and like celebrating the, it's not like Christmas Vacation or Elf. It is an action movie that's set at Christmas time.
Christmas movie. It is not Christmas until you see Hans Gruber fall off the Nakatomi planet.
All right. Oh, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ready. Last one. Scotty. F, Marry, Kill.
Okay. Okay.
Do you know what F, Marry, Kill is? Okay. Moolah, Luna, or Naya? Human Centipede top 3 Christmas movies. Get the fuck out of here.
Is that Kevin Erickson?
Kill Naya.
Kill Naya.
Fuck Luna.
Fuck Luna.
And marry Moolah.
Marry Moolah. Okay. Right. All right, Ricky. Same question to you. F, Marry, Kill. Moolah, Luna, or Naya?
I'm agreeing with Scotty on that one.
Okay. I'm going the opposite. I'm going Kill Moolah because she tries to take your money, right? You can't stay with her. She tries to take your money. And I've already been married to someone like that. Luna, crazy. She's out of her fucking mind. I would kill Moolah. I would marry Luna because I love the tattoos, and I would fuck Naya because I'm a bottom. So
She's chubby.
and she's chubby. Yeah, she's fat. So I like that. So, F, Marry, Kill for Jason. Yeah. House of Pain tomorrow. Harper's Ferry. Doors 7. Bells is set. Bell time is 7:30. Just saying. I'm working a Christmas party, so I will not be there. When they book Jonathan Cross, then maybe he'll be there. So anyway, that's good, dude. Here for Hardway Wrestling, boys. Thank you so much. One more show for the end of the year. Next Friday we have our prediction show, Ricky's Picks. Next Saturday for the last AEW Wife 1, Wife 2, Future Wife 3, F, Marry, Kill. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh boy, that's gonna get me in trouble. Can I kill 2 of the 3? I'm out. Hey, there's Lacey. What's going on? Anyway, let's get out of here. We'll see you next time, guys.
On the Hard Way.
Peace.
Have a good Christmas.